Hi, and welcome to our show. We are Badass Besties. My name is Irene Cook. I'm a functional nutritionist and fitness trainer.
And I am Michelle Hartwig. I own Ordinary Meal Racing, and I'm a race director.
And we are so excited about today's show. We are going to explore the beauty and essence of different perfumes. Not from a professional standpoint, but from just a personal standpoint. Michelle here is very well versed on different types of perfumes. And, you know, I've always really enjoyed perfume, but until we started our shopping, I really wasn't particular about what I chose. So I'm so excited about today's shows. Our viewers and listeners are going to find so much passion and learning from you, and I just can't wait to start.
Well, I don't know if I'm super well versed, but I did go on a journey about 3 years ago that I wanted to find a personal scent, like my signature scent. And when I first went to stores, I'm just like smelling everything. I hated everything. It was just so confusing. I'm like, this, and it just all smelled the same.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's not a single scent in here that I liked, but so then I'm like, but there has to be something. And like my original scent that I liked from like 1980 was Poison Passion.
Oh, I remember that.
This is still my bottle from then.
I was wearing Giorgio back in the 80s.
Okay, this is what I was wearing. And it still smells really good. And I'm like, this smells really good, but this is very strong for an everyday scent. This was more of me going to the club scent.
Clubbing.
And so I like started like reading and trying to figure it out and reading scents. And then kind of like imagining what scent I would like pine. I'm like, well, I think I'd like the smell of pine, or vanilla. I'm like, I think I'd like the smell of vanilla. And so then I started choosing those scents, and then like reading about different ones, and then going to the store with certain scents in mind that I was looking for to smell, because now I know what the scent profile is.
Yep.
And then once I understood that and only smelled those, then I could tell which one I liked better. And so I ended up choosing my signature scent as Orphan.
And I love it.
And that was really good.
When she
that
has it on, I'm like,
yeah, it does smell really good. But it doesn't actually work for year round. So once you get into looking for your favorite scent, you realize you need more than one, because you have a lot of different types of your personality.
Right, and different occasions and different
seasons. Yeah. And so we do a lot of mall walking. And when like over the winter, we were doing 10 miles a day, and sometimes it was like horrible, windy, cold weather. So we're like, let's go to Woodfield and just walk for 10 miles. And so we would always go with no perfume on, and I would have a plan in place of what we're gonna go smell. We'd like something really expensive that we can't afford, but we want to smell like that for the day.
That we now are obsessed with buying.
But the thing is you can buy like little teeny bottles of them. So even the more expensive stuff, I barely wear it. So I can get some really expensive stuff and then just wear it for for occasions. Because you can get this for like $30.
And it's interesting,
and it lasts a long
because
time.
before our shopping days, I would base my perfume on how pretty the bottle was.
Yeah.
And I know the bottles have a lot to do with it, but that was my aim. You know, I would go to Ulta or Sephora. I wasn't thinking about going to some of the major department stores that have more selections, more sizing, and I would just pick the pretty pink one, right? And I would smell it, and if I liked it, I would buy it. But there's just so much more involved that I have learned through you, and the experimentation, the smelling of them, and just knowing that every scent has a different purpose.
Yeah, and there's an art into building a scent.
Yeah.
So the brand that we're actually going to talk about today is called Commodity, and they have it's like a perfume house, and they have different perfumers in there that build these their layers of scent. And so it's a like I've got notes here, so I'm not really super well versed, but I did a little bit of research on it, because it's just been a brand that's just been popping out at me, and it sounds very interesting. It's modern and trendy, and it's luxury, but it's not like luxury is truly like $400 perfume. And then kind of Sephora level is like $100 a bottle, which still, like, man, that seems really expensive to buy a bottle, but that's kind of like mid-low price. And then some of the lower price ones, I have tried some of them, and some are good, but a lot of them, they just end up being overly sweet for me, and sweet sometimes I do like, but this commodity brand just has this really cool modern vibe. So I've been interested in it, and they're really well known for this milk orchid. This is actually and it's got some iris in it, or I believe it's got iris in it. I can't see this now, but we're not actually gonna do this one today, but this is the one that the milk orchid is what they were really famous for. So I went onto their website and started looking around and learning about it. And actually, I got a gift for you. I bought you a set. So if I have a set, you have to have a set.
Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to break these open.
Yeah, and they're meant to be layered. Yeah. And so so this was just like some of their most popular ones, like a different variety of what they have. And then they also break down, so they have all their scents, and then they break them down into scent levels. So there's like, let me see, they call them scent spaces. There's like the personal scent space, and that's one, that's not the one we have, but that's the one that you wear close to your body, that like you need to be giving you a hug to smell that one. That was just like a real light scent, but like for yourself, like, I mean, honestly, sometimes just go to bed, I just put it on. I like to smell good. It's relaxing. It feels good. Like that's where you would use that for. Or like if you were going on an airplane, you don't want to have the bold scent, like, but you want to smell good. Like that would be good.
Or like for me, when I go train people, I don't really want them to be overpowered by a scent, but I want to smell good.
Exactly. Yeah. So that would be perfect for that. And then expressive, that's what we have, is expressive. And that one's noticeable, but it's balanced. Like people are going to catch a whiff of you and then like, wait a minute, I want to smell that, like, and get a little bit closer. But it's not going to be obvious. You're not going to fill the room. And then bold is there, and that one's like you walk in and the room smells you. Like, that's that. Where would you use that? What do they say for like a night out? That would be like my poison. Yeah. Like when you're like trying to be noticed, go out clubbing.
Well, and all those things make such a huge difference. I remember one time I put on a scent that I think was on the bolder side. It was my Republica one. And I went to the firehouse to train them, and they said something about, we knew you were here. And I was like, okay, that's too bold. Yeah. I can't go walking into a firehouse smelling like that, even though it smelled good. Yeah. And I felt good about it. But, you don't want to wear something that's going to be overpowering under the wrong situations.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the same thing happen to me. So I'm on the Crystal Lake Parks Initiative Foundation. So we had like a board meeting, and everybody's like, "Oh, you smell good," and I'm like, "Ooh, everybody shouldn't have known that I smell good."
But it's always a compliment.
It was like a small little room, and so, but I had put it on earlier in the day. It wasn't like I was thinking about it, but I'm glad it still had a good smell. But
of course,
like you have to think about the full day of what you're gonna have. So like you can look at, so commodity breaks that down, so it's real easy for you to know. And not all scent houses do that. So I think that's pretty cool.
It is cool.
But so we have 3 different scents, and I have all their impressions of what you're supposed to smell, because I know when I first went in, I didn't know what I was smelling. It all just smelled like perfume.
Exactly.
It was very confusing. And so we're going to put these, we've got some little pieces of paper like you do. We got some coffee so we can smell between.
And that's amazing.
And then
before in between.
I will have Irene smell it, and then first I'll describe the scent to you.
Okay.
And then you can let me know if that's what you smell. Okay. And let me know what you think, how it makes you feel, because, where you think you might want to wear it. So let's see, the first one we're going to do, where are we at? We're going to do Commodity Gold. So this is the Commodity Gold.
Okay.
And these are little dabbers. I actually haven't even tried it yet. I
can't wait.
So it's just got a hole there. We're going to put this on.
By the way, when I come to Michelle's house, even if it's just for a walk, I never wear perfume because I dive into her massive collection. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a lot. I couldn't see what I was doing, so we'll let that. So, it has 3 levels of the smell. So this is how they say it does. Your first impression is you're going to smell juniper berries and slight sparkly freshness. And then the heart of it, after it dries down a little bit, it should have a vanilla and sandalwood smell. Oh. And creamy, warm, and smooth is how they describe it. And then the dry down at the very end, after it's been sitting there for a while, is amber, benzoin, and creamy musk.
Okay. Smells very fresh.
Okay.
Did you say jasmine?
Juniper berries. And yes, sparkle freshness.
I definitely smell the vanilla.
Okay, so you got to the vanilla right away. So
I think I was looking for it though.
Oh yeah.
Do you smell that?
I do.
It smells very clean and fresh.
Yeah, that smells good. And then there's a creamy musk.
Yes, at the very end I could smell that. But I normally don't like musk, but this actually smells good.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I think of musk, I think of just like dude scent.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not what this is.
I think of deer in the forest. Because I always can tell a deer is nearby because you can smell this musky smell before you can see the deer.
It's sweet too. I could definitely. Isn't that interesting that it would smell a little sweet? Maybe
Well,
that's
the vanilla maybe is a little bit sweet.
Yeah, but it's not strikingly vanilla. You know how you put on vanilla lotion and it just smells like vanilla? There's more to it than that.
Yeah, I think vanilla's a tricky one for me because at first I'm like, oh, vanilla, of course I'm gonna like vanilla, but there's a lot of the vanilla perfumes. It's called a gourmand. A gourmand is very sweet and like just sugary. And at first I'm like, there is no way I'm gonna like sugary gourmand. That sounds horrible. Yeah. But as I started like building a collection of perfumes, I actually started liking because you need a variety.
You do. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. So this is the gold.
Yeah, so this one says, who might love this? Vanilla lovers wanting sophistication. It's a cozy luxury people and fall winter fragrance fans.
Oh, really? I would have thought spring.
Yeah, it says it's elegant, comforting, sexy without trying too hard, a warm hug with expensive jewelry on.
Oh, it does smell elegant.
It does, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good. It's light. I don't think it would overpower the room. Trying to think, like it almost like I can. This sounds like the pretty librarian. I can see her wearing it. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty.
That's funny.
I think it smells feminine.
It's very feminine.
Yeah, I don't think because this is also kind of a known unisex brand.
I can't imagine. Now, do scents smell differently on men versus women because of body chemistry?
That's also something. So we're smelling it off of a piece of paper. It's going to smell different on every single person. Yeah. Like I ate like 4 cloves of garlic yesterday. So
I don't smell that.
So the scents that are coming off of me, it depends on what you
matters.
eat. Yeah. So that's going to matter. Sure. So like smelling on here is one thing, but then also testing it. And actually for me, buying scents, I always buy the small ones or get a sample. Like at Sephora, if you buy stuff online at Sephora, you can almost always get a scent sample with your order. And like if there's, and I'll keep an eye on when there's certain scent samples out there to place an order for the foundation I need or whatever. And then that way I can get like a free sample, or just like we do when we go for a mall walk, we just try it on at the store and then smell it through the day to decide if it works.
Before I purchased that last bottle, which was over $200, which was a big bite for me.
Yeah.
I think I went to Sephora, a dozen times.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you walk through Kohl's or whatever, and I would put it on to make sure I liked it, to make sure it lasted all day,
Yeah.
to make sure that, there were no issues with it before making that commitment.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I like that one. That
Yeah,
one smells
me too.
good, but we can keep trying that on. Let's see. So the next one is the Commodity Juice. The name right there kind of tells you what I would expect it to smell like. Oh yeah, we're supposed to smell the coffee.
Coffee cleanses your palate in a sense.
Because that's one of the things that when we go and we're just start randomly smelling stuff, you just get overwhelmed with all those scents. I can't see if I get. It doesn't seem like
My
it's
favorite
going
is when
on.
we're walking through. We're doing our mall walking, and we have this rule of we walk without stopping until we get to a certain mile marker, right? But as we're going through the department stores, we'll pick up a perfume and, spray it on us. And my favorite is when she gets me all wound up and obsessed with some $450 bottle of perfume that I now must have, and they don't have it in small samples.
Well, that's also a thing that we did recently, which we
Yes,
haven't even
yes,
used
we
yet.
haven't.
So like this is like a little,
Ooh.
kit, this is a little kit, and of just. These will last forever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even need a big bottle. Like, a big bottle will last me for 5 years,
right.
probably. It
Well,
might
especially
last me longer.
if you have a variety.
Yeah.
And you're switching them up and layering them up.
But even if
yeah.
I was wearing it every day, I still think it would last a long time. So, but we went in, like, there was one scent that you really liked, and then I liked the fig scent. And so we got a gift set
Yes.
where we were able to get little tiny bottles, but it was it was under $100, and then we both got the ones we wanted. So there
exciting.
is ways. So don't be afraid of the expensive stuff, because a $30 bottle will last you forever,
Yeah.
and then you can have the really good stuff. So so we're doing the Commodity Juice.
Okay.
The scent profile is fruity, fresh, and sweet. It's called Juicy Fruit with a Polish. Fun girl energy without smelling like body spray from middle school. So the first impression smell would be raspberry pulp or strawberry. So it's bright and juicy immediately.
It's definitely juicy.
Here, I need to smell that coffee because I'm still.
And I smell berries for sure.
And then the heart is Bulgarian rose.
That I think I smell the most of.
Oh, okay,
The rose.
wow. Yeah, rose can be a scent that people either like or they don't like, I feel like.
But it's because of the strawberry in there,
Uh-huh.
or whatever berry it is, it's not just rose. Like
Okay.
it's more than that. Yeah.
I think I've evolved into really
Yeah.
enjoying the rose scents, but I've also, probably found the right perfumers that are
Right.
putting it together in a way that
Sure.
makes you enjoy
and
it.
there's so much science behind it. I mean, it's actually much like winemaking. You
Yeah.
know, where the wines have the different notes, and people that really are into wine, they can taste the coffee note, they can taste the raspberry note, the pepper note. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's something called cyclamen. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's good when you really like something. It's good to memorize the names of the
Right.
stuff that you like. And then the dry down, I really like the names of these: amberwood and rhubarb. Rhubarb, I love that just sounds sour, punchy, and fresh.
It's tart. It
Yeah,
does
tart.
have
Yeah. Yeah, it says it keeps it modern and slightly tart instead of candy sweet.
that.
So yeah, I'm interested in smelling this one.
It's very playful
Oh yeah.
and elegant.
Oh
No,
my.
that is very girly. I can't imagine.
Yeah, well, I did choose. I on the kits, I did choose the ones that that the reviews were saying that
Okay.
the women enjoyed.
Well, I'm gonna splatter some of this on Matt later and see
Yeah.
what it smells like.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, I like this.
It's happy.
Yeah, this is happy. This reminds me of something like if you're doing something slightly sporty or outside, but you want to smell good and you want to be put together.
It's very
Yeah.
uplifting.
Yeah, happy. I think
Yeah.
happy's a really
Yeah, it
like
is.
I can't see, and just fresh,
Yeah.
fresh and happy. Yeah, this
But
one's good.
with the floral, it has that rose that really, for me,
yeah,
at least,
the
I can
rose
smell
is
the rose.
definitely the rose.
Yeah.
I like the rose in there.
So it kind of reminds you of just like walking through a garden. You
Yeah.
smell that little, but it's not like grandma rose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's probably why rose can be a little bit scary because I was
turn
a little
my head. Yeah.
But yeah, this one, the rose, adding the fruit in there, that's a really, you hit it on the nail. Adding the fruit in there really makes that rose.
It breaks it down a little bit.
But you like to smell both of them.
Yeah.
That's really good. Look at us, all perfumers.
We are. So exciting.
All of our mall walking is paying off, and we're learning all this fancy perfumey stuff.
We're going to start telling those sales girls how it's at.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, who are these two?
And you can learn a lot from them. The sales girls at Nordstrom's, even though we're mainly not buying, we only bought one time, they've been really super helpful.
Oh, for sure. They know there must be some sort of additional continuing education that they go through.
Yeah.
Because it's, well, like the gal that we met at Sephora, that her specialty was perfume.
Yeah.
And she was so good at makeup.
Yeah.
That her actual specialty was perfume. And I'm like, wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah. That's really fun.
All
so
right,
let's see. Let's see. This is what they say about it. So we hit it on the nail. Playful, youthful, fresh, happy. They literally said
Oh
happy.
my gosh, it's so funny. Summer brunch with cute sunglasses. Oh, that's hysterical.
And then it says fruity fragrance lovers, people wanting something uplifting, and someone who wants compliments.
Okay.
Is who that's for. So that is the juice.
Oh. That's the juice on the juice.
And then the next one's commodity milk.
Okay.
And there's that seems to be a real trendy word that people are using for milk for perfume right now. So this one's sweet, woody, and lactonic.
Oh, I can't wait to smell.
That one sounds good.
I tend to like the woody.
Yeah, we're sporty. We're trail runners.
Yeah.
And so this
why.
one's very.
I want to smell like I've been in a forest all day.
Yeah, I'll at the end of this, I'll read you what it says about Orphan.
Okay.
And I think it works well outside on the trails, but it is not at all what it's made for.
Oh, really? Okay, I am putting that on before. That's my pick for today.
So commodity milk. Okay, so let's see. We will put this on. Milk right there.
And it's interesting, having daughters, I've watched them evolve into their scent. My 16-year-old is just always, she has a scent. She likes to smell good. My 25-year-old is obsessed. I mean, she's all about the layering and the understanding, and it's just, it's fascinating to think
this one.
that young girls are embracing this as well. And I remember wanting to wear perfume. I remember going to my grandma's house and spraying perfume on myself to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am majorly wearing that one now because that one got all over my fingers.
Oh.
So, and that one's
it's
pretty heavy. It wasn't coming out, so I just poured it everywhere.
Here, take a whiff.
Okay. So that one, the first impression is toasted sesame, nutty and slightly unexpected. The heart is marshmallow and cold milk accord, and it's creamy and soft. And then the dry down is mahogany wood, tonka bean, and benzoin, which they use benzoin in another one of them. So it should be like warm, rich, and comforting.
I definitely smell, maybe because you told me, but I definitely can smell that marshmallow, and how fun is that?
Yeah, I have a Kayali perfume that's marshmallow, that's a gourmand. Oh, and I do really, it was one I never thought I would do, but I'm like, I had a craving for something gourmand around Christmas.
Okay.
I don't really eat sweets, but it sounded very festive and Christmassy, and so like for that mood, I would wear it.
I'm picking up an undertone. Tell me again what the dry down is.
Mahogany wood, tonka bean, and benzoin, which I'm not exactly sure what benzoin is, but
I think I smell it.
But they've used it a few times in these.
There's a distinctive smell at the end. Do you smell that?
I think that's I smell mahogany wood. Yeah.
Maybe that is.
And maybe the tonka bean. I've smelled tonka bean and other stuff. The benzoin, I don't know what to recognize for that. We're gonna have to figure out what benzoin is.
That'll be our mission tomorrow.
We'll have to do another show where we learn what some of these are. I smell the dry down. I go right to the dry down when I look.
It's interesting. First impression, the heart, the dry down.
Yeah, the marshmallow.
Sweet.
I barely can smell the marshmallow myself. I go, yeah, but it's this feels a little. This one's the most unisex of them all.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I feel like.
I agree.
I mean, I could see my husband, my son liking to wear this, and I actually really like unisex. I like to wear more of a unisex. It feels like you're not going to offend anybody.
It's safe.
Yeah, it's a safe one. Even though, but we're also doing it for us. I have some full on floral, powdery stuff that we can do a show on. I have this one that's really super interesting that I'm obsessed with, but I barely ever wear it because it would fill the room.
Oh, okay.
But I actually wear it for myself just around the house.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I like this one. It's called cozy, relaxing, intimate, and gender neutral in the best way.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
And it's warm, rich, and comforting.
Cozy.
And milk develops differently on everyone's skin. So this one's one that, well, we're going to find out how it develops on me because I poured it
You have it all over yourself.
And that's part of why people have become obsessed with this particular perfume. So the milk is one of their most popular. And then this milk orchid is also another one of their most popular. Yeah, that one might be my personal favorite of the three.
Yeah, I do. I kind of like the first one too.
I like them all.
Yeah.
There's not,
Well, and that's what's nice about getting these.
Yeah, we're going to have to smell them again and decide which one our favorite is.
And put them on us so that we can get that idea. Yeah, this is just fabulous. It's so interesting. So, do you know what causes the perfumes to smell differently on different people?
Our body chemistry, I would guess. I think I really would think it has to do with what we ate,
That's
too.
true.
Because I used to be a photographer for weddings, and the people I went to were vegetarians, and they could tell that I eat meat.
Interesting. Oh my gosh.
Like they told me that they can smell people that eat meat, like that it was a different smell. Huh. So, and it wasn't like I was overly smelly. They just I got to be friends with them, and so some people that. Like you can smell the food on them a little. You may not realize that you do, but you can.
You can, yeah.
And so I think that has to play a big difference of what mixes with our body, and just our body chemistry.
Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. All right, what do we got next?
Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, well, I think we should choose which one is our favorite.
Okay.
Like by resmelling, just a quick resmell.
Gold. Ooh, the milk smells completely different now.
So the gold was the first. Oh, you probably should smell this. This one smells a little bit like a outside campfire.
I smell like toasting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this one is this the one that had the rose in it?
Yeah. Oh man, I do that juice. I do. So this one's definitely floral.
Yeah.
The rose smells. I don't know.
And this
is
very vanilla.
I like them all.
I like them all too.
There is no way I could find I will have a reason for every single one of them.
I don't know. Yeah, they're all so good. They're also they're very different.
Yeah, I think they just have different personalities. Yeah. It'll be different days. I honestly. I don't think it would be fair to choose a favorite.
No, it would be too difficult.
Yeah. I mean,
and you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like having, how many favorite foods do you have? You have several favorite foods.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what you're in the mood for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is I'm really excited about. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So this was actually, on Commodity, every once in a while they sell their slightly imperfect boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is something that you can do too. And they just got done having one of these sales, so I got these for 50% off.
Oh, yes, that's
So-
amazing. And
so-
we do try to do that as much
Yeah.
as possible. Or, if you can get a deal where, Sephora, for example, they'll give you extra points for buying certain bottles.
Yeah.
So, that's our justification. We're saving money.
Yeah.
We are
it's-
saving money.
We have to buy it.
We have to buy it.
I saved, like, these would have normally been like $40
Well,
for the thing.
technically-
And I got them for 20, so
Yeah.
I had to get two. I had to get my bestie
Yeah,
one.
and so this would mean mine was free. You didn't
Yeah,
You didn't actually buy me anything.
I didn't. Yeah. So that's good. So I did say I would tell you. Okay, well, I'll show you what. We'll do another show with the perfumes, but I'll show you what I'm wearing right now. So this is the one.
Obsessed with this.
This is the Fugazi Angel Dust. And
I love
it's-
it so much.
Yeah, this one we both really like. This is a very unisex
Mm-hmm.
scent. And we'll go deeper into this, but this one smells so
So good.
And they just started carrying it at Sephora. I was wanting this for like over a year.
And this is not a bad price point for this one.
It's not. And I got it on a big sale.
Yeah.
That was another thing is I was trying to find small bottles, but you couldn't find,
Yeah.
I could never find small
Yeah.
bottles of this.
Well, when I come here, I typically will spray my watch because then it stays on for a couple days. I can smell it on my watch. I love it. In fact, last time I was here and I went home, my family was like, "Ooh, you smell different." They recognized it. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's really good. And then this one is for me. I love a lot of the Jo Malone perfumes. They kind of have a tendency not to last as some of the other. They're very, very natural smelling. But this one's called Beach Blossom, and I just love this in the summer. It smells like sand and coconut, and like it reminds me of summer.
Yeah,
It's just fresh
it is
and
very
bright
summery.
and summery.
Oh yeah, I can definitely smell the coconut in this.
And then Jo Malone. This is Joe. I have a lot of Jo Malone. So the wood sage and sea salt. This is close to your body one. So a lot of times I wear this as a layering piece close to my body. That one just smells. It's not going to offend anybody.
Yeah, it's very
That
light.
one's just very, very nice.
This is nice, and this is a great little bottle for, sampling.
Yeah, that one's. I really like that one.
Sampling this will last you months.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've had that one for probably a couple years.
Yeah.
And I wear it quite often. It's one of my favorite ones. And then, but the one that I looked for over a year and ended up deciding that I was going to make it my signature scent. It's called Orifron, and it's by a brand called Dippity Q. And you can smell it.
putting it on.
I'll tell you what it is. So the top note is juniper berries.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, now I smell like it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're going to smell so good.
And it smells so different when you first put it on as opposed to later.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It smells so good.
So good.
That one really does smell good. It says, so this is, to me, it smells very outdoorsy and trailish because it's got juniper berries, it's got jasmine, and it's got cedar, tonka bean, and then it's got a powdery note.
I could smell the powdery note.
And powdery notes had kind of went out of style, and they're coming back into style again now. And I actually really like powdery notes.
You know the one that my kids bought me that I ran out
Yeah.
of? Which one was that? Do you remember what that one was called?
I don't remember
Well,
what it's
regardless,
called.
I
Yeah.
believe that one is very powdery, and that's why I'm attracted to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely really like the powdery notes. So this one, it's called woody, creamy, powdery, and slightly smoky and cozy. To me, that feels like a trail, and like a glammy trail person.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a really good one for me. And let's see, this is how they describe it: luxury face powder, polished wood, expensive wool coat, lipstick in a vintage compact, a jazz lounge with after midnight, and cold air mixed with warm skin.
Oh my gosh, that's such a perfect explanation. It really is. And I can't tell you, we went to the movies last week and she had this on and I literally was just like, it just makes you so happy. And from a functional standpoint, when you smell scents that you're attracted to, it releases dopamine. Dopamine is our feel-good hormone. It makes us feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so feel good.
Yeah, I think it's really an important part of self-care.
It really is.
And you don't need as much as I have. This has been a few year collection of getting stuff together and finding ways to save money and get it in all my different moods. But it's been a journey I'm really enjoying.
Well, and also too, what I have found is, for example, my kids bought me this perfume for Christmas, and I loved it so much. And they bought me the mid-size bottle. When I went back, I almost bought the full-size bottle, but I knew that they were getting me another one for Mother's Day, and they bought me just the mid-size bottle. And I'm like, you know what? That mid-size bottle was under $100 and lasted me almost a year of me using it all the time, and I'm sure my 16-year-old uses it all the time too.
Yeah.
So it's really not that expensive, especially we really don't eat out. I would much rather, and we've said this many times when we're out shopping, we'll pack our lunch and I'll say, well, that's $50 we saved, let's go buy some perfume with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's something that you're going to have, you're going to get to enjoy. You're going to go through your different phases of, I want to use this now, I want to use this now, or you want to feel sexy, so you might pull the sexy one out. You want to feel rugged, so you'll pull out the trail one. So there's so much variety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this show. I feel like this has been an education for me, and coming from somebody that always enjoyed perfume, I always enjoyed smelling good, this is a whole nother level, especially when you start understanding, the top notes, the base notes, the heart notes, the different bold versus everyday layers. And speaking of layering these scents too is something that you can kind of start
we need to have your
with.
daughter
Yes,
come on
yes,
the
my
show,
daughter
'cause she knows about the layering of them.
She's so well versed. When she talks about this, I feel like I'm listening to another language, because she's just so well versed. But she has collected all this information from YouTube, from podcasts, from resources, just going shopping and talking to the sales women. They're very educated and well versed on this, and that's just kind of how you learn.
Yeah, and there's no making a mistake. You just choose what you like and what makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
And what makes you happy. You can't go wrong.
Yes, exactly. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
And we look forward to having another Badass Bestie session.
Yeah.
So tune in.
All right. Bye.
Bye.